We're going to go ahead and move on from our sports segment. Time's about 3 minutes after 8. At this point, we're going to profile our missing children. We've got two real quick that we're going to profile. One, I have been given this information directly from my family in Jersey City. Unfortunately, I do not have a last name for the young lady, but I do have a first name. Her name is Asia. Asia is 15 years old. She was last seen on February 8th, which was last Wednesday. If you have seen Asia, please contact Detective Snelling of Jersey City Police Department at 201-547-5427, 201-547-5427. Next, we're going to talk about True Unico Cordoba Brown, who's an endangered runaway whose date of birth is May 10th, 1997. He's been missing since October 9, 2010. He is now 14 years old. He's missing from Columbus, Georgia. He's a mixed race male. He's mixed with black and white. He's 5'5", 180, black hair, brown eyes. True is biracial. Once again, has both of his ears pierced. If you have seen True or Asia, please contact the Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Their website is missingkids.com. And also you can find them at 1-800-THE-LOST, 1-800-THE-LOST. Now, what we're going to do now is we're going to talk about what we lost over the weekend, a true musical icon, a true entertainment icon. What I want to do is I want to give everybody an opportunity to first just say something really quick about their thoughts on Whitney, and then we're going to kind of throw back and forth basically what our feelings have been over the last couple of days. I'll start. My first earliest memories of Whitney Houston, I was probably about 10 years old. I was seeing her songs, I Want to Dance with Somebody, you Give Good Love, Greatest Love of All. I had heard Greatest Love of All because it was a song that's very popular in my family. Every time we would have gatherings, family reunions, get-togethers, cookouts, whatever, I had a family member who was kind of the family singer, and she would always sing Greatest Love of All, her and her children, EB. That's her initials, so hopefully she's listening. And the first time I heard Whitney sing, I was like, wow, she's singing EB's song. You know what I mean? It was like really, really cool. And then as she, grew in her notoriety as a musician, I just was struck at how beautiful she was and how her voice just always struck me. Every time you heard it, you knew exactly who it was. There was no question. You didn't wonder who that was. She didn't have to sing one note. And the first time I heard I Will Always Love Somebody, it was I'll Always Love You, rather. That was like the first song that I heard where you didn't have no music for like the first minute, 90 seconds of the song. It's just her. It's just her. She's just going. And, I'm going to miss that. When I got the text messages on Saturday, I was a little bit numb about it.
I was like, wow, you hit me up.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Yeah.
You got to tell me.
Yeah, I sent a text to the fellas here, because every single person that I know has that musical person that have touched their heart, whether it be me and Bob Marley, my friends and myself and Michael Jackson, Tupac, Biggie, John Lennon. You know what I'm saying? Help me out with another one. Jimmy Hendrix.
Wonder.
Tom Jones.
Jimi Hendrix. I'm mostly speaking of the deceased people.
Right.
These people, when you hear them, when you see them, they make you feel some kind of way. And I couldn't help Ray Charles. Now, I came along to the Bob Marley thing more than a decade after we had lost him.
Still, everybody.
And I feel him. If you know me, I do every single rant every week to the backdrop of a Bob Marley song. I couldn't help but be struck by the people who felt that kind of closeness with Michael Jackson, who we lost 2.5 years ago, and Whitney, who we lost on Saturday. And I just want to offer my condolences to Bobby Christina and to Bobby Brown and the Sissy and the whole Houston Brown family.
Jersey.
And everybody in Jersey, Grizzy.
I got a real funny, of course, being a comic, I like to bring up the mood because it is a sad and unfortunate situation that, happened out in L.A. But first time I heard a Whitney Houston song, I want to say I was 13, 14 years old, and I was on the phone. This was before internet and texting and cell phones.
You had to depend on that call waiting.
Yeah, well, I don't think we even had a call wait, but I was on the phone courting a young lady in middle school, and the whole time I thought she reminded me of Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston on that video, I Want to Dance with Somebody, had the little Jura curl, 80s curly hair with the little, she had a band in it or whatever. Nice skinny little hottie. Yeah, and the girl I was talking to looked like her, and she was the music video was on, and I'm sitting there listening, and I'm like, yo, she, as a little prepubescent teenager saying I want to dance with somebody, I'm sitting there like, yeah, I want to dance with this girl on the phone I'm with, and I was digging Whitney Houston, and I wasn't a big fan of R&B like that, but I knew the woman could blow.
Right, you had a New Edition poster on the wall, we know.
Nah, and it gave and you know what made Whitney more cool for me is when she married Bobby, because she was like giving a finger to everybody, like y'all might have some impression of who I am, but I'm still a roundaway girl from Jersey. So my condolences out. It's sad to hear, it's shocking. She will have her memory, and her legacy has been supplanted. She left plenty of music out here for us to enjoy.
Yes, she did. If you saw the Grammys, as bad as it was, Jennifer Hudson did a very good tribute. She did a nice rendition of the song. My most memorable Whitney Houston moment would have to be when I was in the marching band at Virginia State University in the Trojan Explosion. We had like a montage of Whitney Houston songs, and I mean, we just blew, and you will be surprised how much this woman has impacted people from here to Asia to Afghanistan to Zimbabwe to everywhere. I mean, she's just a powerful person. Granted, her personal life is one thing, and everybody should be granted a personal life. That should not be in the public eye. That's, again, my personal thing. But when you become an icon like she has, or she was, I should say, then you keep a certain stigma about you. And, again, people put her higher than everybody else. I still love the music that I heard coming out of her voice. I could care less about any problems she had, care less about any problems she had with her family. It was just the music that came out of her mouth and how she touched a lot of people with that. You may not have seen her donating a lot of money. She may have. We don't know that. You may not have seen her spending time with the sick and the shut-in. We don't know that. But we do know is that the sound of her voice touched millions upon millions of people out there. And, Whitney, hey, I love you and I miss you. What you got, Big Rube?
Well, I'm not gonna go anything as elaborate as y'all guys went, because I mean, to be really honest with you, we lost a really good talent, and it's sad to see her go, but we're only here on this planet for as long as we're here. So, do I have a favorite Whitney Houston moment? Not really. I like her music. Yeah, I like her music. I mean, was she cute to you, Ruben? Oh, she was sexy.
All right, then.
Except in The Bodyguard, I couldn't deal with that too much.
It was nice seeing her grow up.
Yeah, I didn't like that music.
Get her body.
I mean, that movie. I didn't like that movie.
I mean, it was nice to see her grow.
When she came in.
I'm sorry.
I was finally glad to see her get some weight.
Dude. I'm a terrible dude. I didn't like the movie. I'm sorry.
I had to be honest with you. I hated the movie. I thought the music was probably
the soundtrack was awesome.
One of the top 5 greatest soundtracks I ever heard in my life. But the movie to me was whack, and I'll take the hit for that.
I mean, because there's always got to be one dude in the room that's terrible, and I'll just be that guy. I think it's sad that we always give flowers so late. Yeah, Whitney was human. Yeah, she had problems and stuff. But you know what? Why didn't we celebrate her while she was alive? Why don't we always do this with everybody who passed away? Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, anybody else who passed away, we always celebrate. How come we don't do that as much as we should while they're alive? And that's my biggest issue. Don't get me wrong. For about 2 weeks, we're going to hear Whitney Houston songs like it's cool. And then she's going to disappear. I mean, but I don't know. I'm just really, I don't like when I don't like when stars die because then it's this overwhelming. Oh, we have to honor them. We have to honor them. We should have been honoring them while they were here.
Well, let me put it to you like this. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let Grizzy get on that first because
right, I'm
a little bit fired up with
yeah.
it, and I need to temper my comment.
No, I won't. I won't curse or nothing like that.